Here we go. I'm getting addicted to this, just putting on a microphone and just going with it. Just talking for a little while. Hey again, Christos. Having a very late dinner here. In a little over 50 minutes, so I'll play here for a little while more, why not? And then, Christos, you asked me if I was going to play some Zelda. I am thinking about it. I did just set it up here. It may be a little bit tougher to do it on the Wii U in terms of the microphone. So I don't know if I'll be able to, but it's okay. With the game I'm gonna play, the Majora's Mask, it's tough. I'm torn on it because I want to talk during it. It is my favorite game of all time, so I want to be able to have a conversation, but I can't use this microphone on this headset that I have on my computer because I don't have the port to plug it into my computer. So I'm hoping, ideally, that I'll be able to enjoy that one day. I want to practice building a little bit here. I see how some of these guys do it, you know, in terms of so what they do, they put the little staircase, right? They put the walls on their sides, they jump up, flick that like little camera down, put their what's it called? Their little platform there, the little flat platform, and then they build another staircase and put the walls around that too. It's a very tough thing to get the hang of in the moment. Yeah, Yahweh willing, I'll get Majora's Mask working. I mean, I have the game on the system. I have the screen, the ability to screen share it, or I guess video capture it. It's literally just the microphone. I just don't want a lot of feedback on it, and that would be supremely annoying. I can live with a like very, very, very minor bit of feedback, but I don't know if, like, just because I can doesn't mean I think other people can, so. Man, this is not working, is it? Four minutes to find a server. That's new. I guess Yahweh willing for the server as well. Oh, that's the Avatar one. That's so cute. This one's not as cute. I don't really. And then this is just showing me a flame. Yeah. I like this one. Christo says, I've been thinking, do you think that cosmos in John 3:16 and 17 should be translated to universe instead of world? No, I do not. The word world is very particular. It does not mean earth, nor does it mean heavens. It means system. It is not in regards to a group of individuals, but the order by which things are run. In this case, it is used in a figurative association. For God so loved the world. Obviously, we know that this current world is wicked, Galatians 1:4, but people, whosoever believeth in him, are in view. But it's important to keep that as world, because if we don't translate concordantly, then, you know, anything's on the table. I see why you'd say that. You know, you're trying to keep it, or make it a note that it is a figure. But it would be like putting Christ in parentheses next to word in John 1:1. You know. And a God was the word, parenthesis Christ. You know, it as helpful as that would be for the modern reader, to translate it differently would be to ignore the specific verbiage God uses. But nevertheless, it should be understood as a figure, because the who is in view. Whoever believes in him shall not perish but have life aeonian. I mean, I guess we got the time to freaking talk about it, you know? It's getting to be 8 minutes here. Hey, Keith. So, I didn't get to check, my mailbox, and that's not because I'm just, like, being a dick. It's because, Amaris did not get home until, like, I don't know, like 10-ish, which is why, by the way, I'm having kind of a late dinner. And I'm making chili, by the way. I'm addicted to chili. I love chili. But then Amaris headed back out today. So she's the only one with that mailbox key. That's why she mattered there. So I can't check my mailbox at present. If I could, I would. But if it's where you say it is, then I'm not worried about it. It'll just be there. Oh, you said he will be there tomorrow? Yeah, it's very likely the case. Look, you see this? Do you like Avatar? So, if someone could reach out to Bethany as well, I would love to have Bethany here. Unfortunately, I don't think I have her number or anything, but I doubt that you guys do either, but just in case you did, she was supposed to join me here today, but she did not, alas. No, not the blue guy's Avatar, the Last Airbender, the good one. I mean, the regular James Cameron Avatar isn't that bad either, but it's not the spiritual masterpiece that is The Last Airbender. Unfortunately. Yeah, the real one. The real Avatar. The one that's, excelente. That truly is one of my favorite shows. That's actually a show that was so good and influential to me that it's, that I have almost, and I to this day I kind of debate it, but I've always wanted to do a ranking of each episode on my blog. I've thought about that. It's the only time I've thought about doing something that is not directly on a scriptural topic on my blog. But I know once I do that, then the floodgates are open, man. Then, you know, I could really, hey, let's just do a ranking of Zelda. I love ranking lists too. I have a fun time with those. So, Chris Lewis, on the subject of the world, I believe, says, I ask this because I asked an AI on a browser if Cosmos and Universe were synonymous with each other, and it said yes. The AI is lying to you. The word Cosmos is system. It has a very practical meaning in terms of dressing something up in terms of its order. You can see it if you look at God's use of it in 1 Peter, I believe it's 3:3. He mentions the word world in regards to, it's translated adornment. It is the only time that it is translated adornment. But you can also find, if you look at the concordant guides, like if you find a few uses of, or a few articles, I think there's one in volume 29, which talks about this in regards to figures of speech, and volume, I think 22 as well, speaking about world, and it's a very entertaining one because they don't just consider the word cosmos, they consider the family of words, the the verb form of it, the adjective form, the adverb form. And you see, with each use, it's usually something along the lines of decorous or decorously, or dressed in raiment, stuff like that. So yeah, it's a really not an inherently, or it doesn't inherently refer to people. It usually refers to the an order or the quality or grade of that order. And I mean, I can't speak for the AI's definition of universe. I don't know if universe is actually used in the scriptures. I'm pretty sure it's just used in, like, it says all, like there's the word pas, which is every, and pan, which is all. It just considers everything in its relational context, and whenever it's considering the universal, it says whether, like in Colossians 1:20 and 1:16, like those in the heavens, those on the earth, visible and invisible, so on and so forth. Yeah, this is the longest server search of all time. What the hell? Like, is there no game whatsoever, no battle royale game whatsoever happening on Fortnite right now? Because, guys, don't bullshit me here. Like, even one, just one game. I mean, and I know I'm not offline. You guys can hear me. You guys can see me. Well, see my character here, but I guess it's just so weird. Keith, you could technically call me right now. The universe would just hear a very one-sided conversation. I mean, I'm just gonna be waiting forever. FFS. Someone get the Fortnite creators on the phone, because he said play as a clone trooper. I don't know, can I do that? I can play as a fucking pinata. What the hell is this? No. I could play as a biker. Man, from season 6. And this chick, Shanta. I don't want to buy the battle pass. I hate that stuff. I hate doing that. I know I could. But it is so, like, it is fundamentally one of my least favorite things. Ooh. I think I'll wear this though. I love that stuff. I might have to get rid of my really cool crest, but that's okay, you know. Plasma spike. Nope. See, that's part of the new trilogy set. If I could I sell this? Could I archive the item? I don't know what that did. That was my attempt to delete it, but I guess you can't delete these things. Blade of the Waning Moon. This was introduced in Chapter 3, Season 1. Wow, that is old. Is that the oldest one I have? Oh, I also have a Wilder's Spear. I don't know what that is. Fortnite OG. I wonder if it'll ever be possible to get all of these. I want my soaring crest back though. All by myself. Don't wanna live. No, I was referring to the sequel trilogy, but and the prequel trilogy can kiss my ass. I don't like the prequel trilogy. Yes, yes, it is cool if you join, Beth. Welcome. Yeah, you can ignore her. She's not joining because she's mad at me, and just don't give me like. She's just being mean. She's either about to start her period or she is currently having an episode. Don't judge her. She's justified. Whatever. I guess it's my problem. So it's usually how that goes. Call that number to order a pizza. No, this is going to be a deleted number once I get a text from Beth so that I can add her on my PlayStation. It may pause the stream for a minute, but I promise you all I'm doing is adding Beth so that she can join, and hopefully we won't have as long of a wait. Beth, I don't have time for too many games. In 37 minutes my dinner is ready, so I have time for probably 1 or 2 games. And we'll see how it goes. I suck also, just keep that in mind. Happens to you too. Yeah, everything does get really depressing. Don't get me wrong, I have my episodes too, but I'm talking more like she will freak out episodes, not happy episodes. She gets mad, and I don't know what to do about that. And yeah, it's frustrating. But yeah, just text me on my number. That way I can text you my PlayStation. Unless I think I already have you actually, because you were at the Iowa conference and the yeah I have you. Never mind. As long as your number's the same, I've got you already. Let me text you my code here real quick. Hang on. If it's a code, unless I'm paused, I don't. Oh yeah. Oh, never mind. It does. It says the microphone audio is being broadcast, so that works for me. Oh, so my code is actually what my blog is. It's just Gerudo King 007. There we go. Oh, it says the message failed to send. Well, that sucks. Wait for it. Nope, still says not delivered. Okay, well I'll just text it in this main thing here. Looking closer. There we go. It's lagging, but that's okay if it lags, cause I suck anyway. You guys say you personally like Revenge of the Sith. I cannot stand any of the prequel trilogies. I think the first one is so fundamentally bad that it destroys any semblance of the other games. Just makes it so difficult. Or sorry, the other games, the other movies. It just makes it so difficult to enjoy them. The first one and the second one are monstrously bad. The third one has more going on, I get it, but at the same time, oof, you know, it's just tough. It's just tough to really enjoy it for me. And that's really because all the intense emotion that the third one says it has and conveys that it has, it didn't get the proper build from the first two movies, and then the third movie just relies on your prior understanding that these two are like super close, but since the first two did such a terrible job of portraying that, it just falls apart for me. Yeah, it falls apart for me too. I can't. Anyways, welcome, Miss Beth. I don't know if you can hear me or not, or if you have a chat, but you're not great at building. It's okay. Neither am I. We're gonna do what we do and just wing it. We'll see what happens. You said, what do you think about the Anakin versus Obi-Wan battle? It definitely has more going on, but I kind of agree with the Red Letter Media guys when I say it doesn't have to be 45 minutes long and take place across the entire planet. I mean, those guys really fought for a long time there. And I just do not understand why that was a thing. It was, I could see if the entire trilogy, like, the reason that I think that fight fails is not just because it itself was not great, but because it did such a bad job at building to that. I will say this, I have the books, the prequel trilogy books, and the books are not written by one George Lucas, and they have the ability to weave in knowledge that we gain from the Clone Wars and foreshadow the show a little better. So on that note, I think that reading the book adaptations of them, where you don't have to look at the terrible acting and you can just kind of like, you can put together the pieces properly, such a better time. Such a better time. And you can interweave that by also watching the Clone Wars show, and you've got yourself a much better consideration of the prequels. So I'd highly recommend the books if you can deal with reading sometimes. It's such a great alternative to Jar Jar Binks. It's not letting you ready up. Well, so I see it, you ready here. Oh, never mind. Oh, she just left the party. That's a bummer. It's okay. Maybe this isn't meant to be right now. I'm gonna try maybe a couple more minutes and see if it'll let you ready up. Because I've seen it ready up a few times. Like right... oh, right now it doesn't say it, but it'll say it in a sec. Because I start to see... There it is. It says finding server right now. says I have 450 V-Bucks. I don't know what that means. Here, let me try. I'll do not ready. Now we get ready. Yeah, I've heard that theory. I mean, look. If you could say that Jar Jar Binks was what he is, that is the most terrible CGI abomination brought into existence by an unmerciful god, then okay. At the very least, we can be honest, but I think the Sith theory is without a doubt, like, because there are just too many scenes where he's comedic relief apart from anyone watching him, and that's just not, it's just not possible for that to happen for a creature, I guess, who is supposedly the most evil thing in existence. Yeah, Jar Jar Binks is worse than I think anything that I have ever seen in a movie. The Phantom Menace, I mean, it's without a doubt my least favorite movie of all time. I don't think I've seen a worse movie than that. And I've seen some pretty bad movies. I've seen Texas Chainsaw Massacre, okay? Here, let's try it. Oh, did it not let me, because I tried to click on joining your party. Is it, do you have to update it? It seems like that's, because it asks for, like, checking for updates real quick. The first Texas Chainsaw Massacre, I think that that is another movie that is just so ridiculously terrible. I don't think I've seen, again, a worse movie than that, other than, I guess, The Phantom Menace, and maybe Attack of the Clones, because it's not just that, like, for me, the filmmaking, just everything about Texas Chainsaw Massacre is terrible, but the reason I'll say that Phantom Menace is worse is because it had such an easy ability to be good with just a couple of minor fixes. Just like a couple seconds would resolve it. Said it could just be your internet too. Yeah, it's okay. It might not be meant to be tonight. I'll probably end up eating, and then, because I mean, it's not working for me either, like, even without you, so, you know, what can you do? Maybe I'll just end it, maybe just delete the stream, and no one will know except us until the days. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The Phantom Menace is just so disappointing. I just could not. I just can't. I can't with that movie. It has nothing to do, has so little to do with the rest of the series too. It's like the whole movie was like this giant, like, concoction, I guess, just of random events, just to get this guy on this random planet to meet what is maybe the main character, like, halfway through the movie, but you don't have the main. Like, it just doesn't make sense. It's confusing. Yeah, I'm probably being a major jerk to the first 3 movies. Like, don't get me wrong, if you enjoy them, you enjoy them. I'm not gonna take that away from you. I don't want to take that away from anyone, but holy cow. There's just so much evidence to them being terrible movies and not good movies. I just can't, so. Oh yeah, I'll try spinning. That's a good trick. Every line there is quotable for all the wrong reasons. We's like going home. No, oh god. Even thinking of the lines, just pisses me off. It probably pisses me off more than getting snubbed in this game. So, oh yeah, the I hate sand line. Oh man. Like, how do you mix politics and romance? It just does not work. Oh yeah, and she falls in love with him after he slaughters literally an entire civilization. That is just, it's too much. It's too much to handle mentally. Yeah, I mean, and I could see you enjoying Revenge of the Sith, maybe based off of the show, because the show just gets good. And does such a better job at subtly showing Anakin's turn. But even then, I think the third one was showing, what is it? Showing him becoming Darth Vader. I mean, that just kind of ruins the plot twist of Episode 5. It's just no fun, you know. Because there's the weird diehards out there that are like, oh, you have to watch Episode 1 first, but no, Episode 4 is where you should be starting, you know. Here, I'm gonna try one more time here. If it doesn't work, I'm just gonna call it quits. If it doesn't work after like 5 minutes. Oh yeah, and he didn't turn either. He gets tricked. And then even after he realizes he gets bamboozled, he doesn't retract or accept the trick that he suffered. Oh yeah. After he kills all the Jedi, together we might figure it out. No. No, fam. It's just... Ugh. Yeah. And it's such a shame too, because the Republic, the story of the Republic and its downfall could have been such a great commentary on America today, you know, and they just did such a terrible job of even showing what a real Republic even is. Like, are the Jedi elected? And if the answer is no to that, then what role do they truly play in keeping the peace? Are they just like the Levites? And if so, how can we still call it a Republic? I don't get it. And then the Senate is just so massive. How does anything still get done? Because you know there's groups within groups on a much smaller scale, just on Earth alone, that causes this division. And we're supposed to assume that there's a galactic version of this that just magically works. Like, that's too much to... That's too much to buy into. Yeah, the prequel Emperor. I mean, he's so good at what he does, but not because he's actually brilliant, just because everybody around him does everything they can to ignore him. In the third movie, one of the lines that Mace Windu says, "I sense a plot to destroy the Jedi." Do you? So you're telling me you cannot sense an insurmountable evil right across from you one movie prior, but now you can sense a plot to destroy the Jedi after the giant clone war started with all of the secret clone army getting made in the background? Now, and only now, can you sense a plot to destroy the Jedi. And it's such a shame, because the fandom should not have to be working as hard as it does to piece that kind of, to piece something together to excuse that sheer stupidity. But that's all it is, it's just sheer stupidity. Yeah, Dooku just tells Obi-Wan, just straight up, just directly, hey, we're plotting to destroy the Jedi. But no, Mace is totally out of the loop on that, I guess. I love how we're not actually able to play this. We're just talking about Star Wars. I guess it's fitting. But no, the show really is excellent. The Clone Wars show. There's some episodes that are just really lame. And it has, like, you know, the half-hour kid show mentality to it, and that's fine. But then they realize, like, somewhere in the middle of making that show, they're like, oh, wait a minute, we're in the middle of Star Wars, right? We can do crazy things. So they just resurrect Darth Maul. Why not? You know. Anyways, yeah, it doesn't seem like it's working here. I guess I'll end it here. Feel like I wasted a bit of time. Maybe I'll do the Majora's Mask one in a little bit. Yeah, we'll just kind of see how it goes from there. I also don't know if I want to. No, I'll do it on the Wii U, because I like the Wii U controller. I know a lot of people don't, but I've got big hands, so I like having the Wii U controller, using that. It's got a giant screen on it, that helps too, so. Yeah, anyways, I'll turn this off here and get some food, then we'll maybe go live again in a little while. But grace and peace to you guys. Love y'all. It's a pleasure to talk to some people in peace and love.